and all of the states that are
Yeah, your fucking
rated
mic
at
is
the
retarded,
top.
so say it again.
If you tell me about Indiana,
the
What?
Hegseth Fund is growing,
It's
is growing
literally- oh my God,
significantly.
man.
Holy
Anytime you want to
crap!
fucking say something, it's
Adding to the
fucking retarded.
Hegseth Fund, show us topless Pete. River Miles is for
Oh.
shirtless Pete Fund, and I don't mean Mayor Pete chest feeding. Well, before we show that, I'll go ahead and I God damn it. I was going to show something else that I don't think the ladies are going to necessarily love. Although the memers will appreciate it. Something has taken over the internet, okay? Something has taken over the internet, and I, for one, am happy about it. JD Vance memes have taken over the internet. Now, ladies, this is not for you necessarily, because I don't think this is going to do anything for you. But
This
the
fucking
JD
faggot
Vance memes
ended
are
the
glorious.
stream.
Do you guys see this on screen? Because
Yeah, but
they're
you
really
ended it,
weird
dog.
and they're everywhere. All
You
right,
ended it.
they
You
are
fucking piece of shit.
unstoppable. They're an unstoppable force. That
So this is what happens
I
huh,
just-
when you
I
feel
didn't
defeated.
understand it at first, but then they just
go back
kept
to this.
happening, and I kept seeing them everywhere, and they're nonstop. It's the craziest
Nice.
thing. Like, look
Nice,
at
dude,
this.
Nice.
This is what we're dealing with right now on the internet. JD Vance memes are everywhere.
Just remember, dog, you're only cheating
All right?
yourself, okay?
And I don't know. I can't make it's the weirdest shit ever. Okay. Like, and then
You're
people are doing
only
this right here.
cheating
All right. Look at this.
yourself.
This, if somebody made a whole movie with this person, with this meme as the head, I would be freaked out. This is terrifying. This is absolutely terrifying. This is cursed. And it's non-stop. It's everywhere. I mean, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. I even saw this one. Look at this one right here. A 5-piece chicken McNobody. So they have the JD Vance memes here. They're everywhere. It's the craziest thing I've ever seen in my life. And I don't think that it's ever going to slow down. At first, I was like, okay, this will probably slow down. No. It's not. I mean, you're seeing stuff like this, and I don't really know how it started. I don't know how it started.
The fucking piece
but it's out of control.
Is coming
and
together.
I would like to know if I need to know if JD Vance is aware of it. That's what I need to know. Is JD Vance, like, does he know how crazy all of this is?
This thing looks a lot smaller than the SU.
There was one tweet that went viral. Oh, here it is. So this right here has 245,000 likes. Hello, everyone. I'm working on a very important project, and I need every JD Vance edit like this. If you have any, please reply with it. Thank you.
Yeah, this thing would get fucking slapped.
There you go, ladies. Look at that JD Vance meme, okay? That's a little bit better, right? There's Chad JD Vance. And you have this. And if you go through the replies, dude, it's wild, okay? Like, these replies are wild, all right?
I heard it.
I don't. What? What is this? Whoa.
Whose fault is that?
Okay. Whoa. I don't understand.
Nice.
All right, ladies. I'm looking it up now.
Yeah,
All right,
I think
ladies.
your head
win.
is still in siege.
You win. Let's see. All right, ladies. You win. Let's see what I can find here. Let's see.
Uh,
All right, this is the one all the ladies like right here. Can I open Instagram? Is that on Instagram? Ah, doesn't even open up on Instagram.
I can't do it.
Here's one for the ladies, I guess. All right, open in new tab. Here you go, ladies. Boom, there you go. All right. Ladies sent the money. Even some of the guys are sending money. There's right there for Pete. Sexy Moon Goddess. Eye candy fund for us ladies, please and thank you.
You're fucking telling me, dog.
There you go. For my 18%, we need shirtless Pete. Richard Simmons for the Hegseth Fund. Jeremy is gay. Hail the 18% of the hail the 18% ladies. Anyone in Wyoming sound off? Are you guys trying to hook up with the women now? Is that what we're doing? I'll get to yours in a minute, Bird Up. But the ladies sounded off tonight. All right. The ladies sounded off tonight. So congratulations, ladies. You made that happen. So there you go. And just because I feel that
I don't know what
we have to do this. All right. We're gonna return to normalcy around here. All right.
Yeah.
There we go. And return to normalcy around here, ladies and gentlemen. There we go. All right. So if there's 18% female. All right. Where's the dudes at? Okay. There we go. Okay. Just so you know, some dude said she's mid. Okay. Some dude said she's mid. All right. It's absolutely insane. You guys are crazy tonight. Jessica, are you happy? You got to see Pete Hegseth. All right. Yes, that was Sweeney. That was Sydney Sweeney. Yes, it was. But now there you go. And hey, for the ladies, one more time, if this is for you ladies right here you go.
I just feel like a young man. I'm so young. I can't believe it. I'm the youngest person. I am a young, vibrant man. I look at Joe. I don't know about him. I don't know.
Now we got all the guys in the chat are talking to the ladies. Should I just start a Cobra Cast dating service? And the only rule is that you have to identify as a male or a female. We ain't having none of that weird shit up in here. So we'll just start a Cobra Cast dating service, and you have to identify as male or female. No, and it'll actually say, "Are you male or female?" No weird shit around here. That's what we'll do. All right, let's continue on.
And some of these great states that run really well, Iowa. You tell me about those states, and if they run their own education, they're going to do a lot better than somebody sitting in Washington, D.C. that couldn't care less about the pupils out in the Midwest.
When do you think sign that? When would you sign that order?
Well, I want to just do it. I mean, we're starting the process. We're trying to get the schools back into the states. Let the states run the schools. And I'll tell you, you'll see something, it's gonna blow your mind. It'll be run so well. The school system. And I also believe in school choice, but that will take care of itself.
A follow-up to that, Mr. President, if the education department were eliminated, how would you see sort of what department, what agency would handle student loans and the other types of federal
That would be
grants?
brought in, yeah, that would be brought into either Treasury or Small Business Administration or Commerce. And we've actually had that discussion today. I don't think the education should be handling the loans. That's not their business. I think it'll be brought into small business maybe. Kelly really liked it and really would like to do it. So the loans would be brought into.
My timeline is completely fucked now. Because now all it is JD Vance memes. Holy shit. Like, Toy Story is one of my favorite movies of all time, and this is just terrorizing right now. Now we have this. Somebody show this to Krista. Somebody show this to Krista. She's been all about this Minecraft movie.
No.
Oh my God. My entire timeline is fucked up JD Vance memes now. That's all it is. It's terrible.
A group where they really do that. And I think it's, that is, by the way, the most complicated thing in moving. But it's very simple if you do that.
And the same for like federal grants.
Rejected your plan to move out more than 2 million people out of Gaza. What's your reaction to
Well,
that?
it's cross-platform.
Out of Gaza?
Yeah.
I think that
Bro,
Gaza's
my
a mess.
fucking PC's not going to
And
be
I
able to
think
run
that Gaza could
Minecraft.
be good. I think it's got to be run properly. But
You know how
right now,
fucking big
Gaza is an
Minecraft is?
absolute mess, and it has been for many, many years and decades. Yeah, Peter, did you have one more?
I did, yeah. They have these 2 Starliner astronauts stuck in space for 8 months. Have you
Oh,
spoken to
boy.
them?
They left him alone. Biden left him up there.
And what do you know about that?
I know everything about it. I said, we have 2 astronauts that are stuck in space. I have asked Elon, I said, do me a favor. Can you get him out? He said, yes, he is preparing to go up, I think, in 2 weeks.
What do you know about how this went down? Because he's saying that the Biden White House was offered some kind of SpaceX rocket to go get these guys, and they said no.
That's what I heard. I can't tell you that, but that's what I heard. But Biden was embarrassed by what happened. And he said, leave him up there. I would have said, if you're embarrassed, you got to get him out. Elon is right now preparing a ship to go up and get him.
I'm sure that they will see this in space. What is your message?
So we love you, and we're coming up to get you, and you shouldn't have been up there so long. The most incompetent president in our history has allowed that to happen to you. But this president won't let it happen. We're going to get them out. We're coming up to get you. I've authorized Elon. I said, can you get them out? Because, you know, they've been left up there. I hope they like each other, but they've been, maybe they'll love each other. I don't know. But they've been left up there. Think of it. And I see the woman with the wild hair, good solid head of hair she's got.
Holy shit, man. This dude. Hold on. Good Lord.
I hope they like each other. Now we're going to get them out. We're coming up to get you. I've authorized Elon. I said, can you get them out? Because, you know, they've been left up there. I hope they like each other, but they've been, maybe they'll love each other. I don't know. But they've been left up there. Think of it. And I see the woman with the wild hair, good solid head of hair she's got. There's no kidding. There's no games with her hair. But, and you know, there's a danger up there too. They can have some failures up there that would be very bad. You got to get them out. So I've authorized Elon a week ago. I said, you know, we have two people up there that Biden and Kamala left up there, and he knows it very well. I said, are you equipped to get him? He said, yeah, he's got a Starship, and they're preparing it right now. And so Elon is going to go up and get him. Should I go on that journey just to be on the ship when we stop? What do
If
you?
that's an option, yes.
I should do it. Oh, that's terrible. I thought he liked me. I thought he liked me. I thought, Maria, should I do it?
Well, you should then come,
Stay here.
Maria likes me better.
you should then come back from space.
Well, oh, when they come back, I'll greet them. How about that? No, we're going to get him out. I've authorized Elon Musk to go and get him, and he's prepared to do so.
Mr. President, what are you making of the market sell-off this week?
I think it's
What's
just,
driving it?
I think it's globalists that see how rich our country's going to be, and they don't like it. You know, it's a big market out there. But again, they've been ripping off this country for years, and now, and they're going to do great. Everyone's going to do great, but we can't let this continue to happen to America. Otherwise, we're not going to have a country any longer. Thank you very much, everybody.
Oh man, this dude is so funny. Just the stuff he says is just it's nobody else can get away with saying shit like this, man. It really is funny as hell. Okay, let me get caught up here. Brian Stewart says Trump and Elon in space anime's opening is glorious. I need to watch that. Nikki Noel for the 18%. That ginger chick 199 says for the Hegseth Fund. Ladies showed up. The ladies showed up. Shadow Sayed says if only ladies can get to 25%. Well, I just checked. It's 17.9 right now. Mellow Fungus says, I want Trump to turn up the heat on Canada. I want to see him order a naval blockade of the western coast of Canada to block all their Chinese goods. Candy T says for the Hegseth Fund. Let's see. Adding to the Hegseth Fund, show us topless Pete. For the Shirtless Pete Fund, and that's River Miles. Magoose. Pete Hegseth, please. Jeremy stumbled onto a new grift. Hegseth Fund, absolutely. For the Hegseth Fund, adding to the fund, come on, Jeremy. Jeremy is gay. Pete Hegseth. Dark Schwartz rising. Let the ladies have their fun. $19.99 for the Shirtless Elon Fund. Oh, no. I mean, he paid for it, right? Have you seen the Cybertruck meme? Off that, let's see if I could find it. Here we go. Elon Cybertruck. Let's see if I could find it. It's so weird, dude. Holy shit, dude. Right here. So weird, dude. The internet is savage. All right. The internet is absolutely savage. Oh man. Like, I'm sure you guys have seen chat music, right? Chat music is like the best thing ever. Chat music. And it really does kind of just put into perspective like how brutal the internet is. Like the internet does not care. And it will roast you forever and a day. There was one like, okay, right here. All right, chat music is my favorite thing on the internet. Here we go, right here.
Hey, let's write something. What rhymes with door? As in, I say I'll go, but we both know I'll be waiting outside your door.
Last year I had 90 kids in my basement. This year I'm aiming for more. My uncle has done my cheeks feel sore. My grandma licked the load on the floor. Bought some marshmallows and went to Los Angeles to make me some s'mores. We don't offer fire insurance anymore. My drunk driving killed a family of four. I took my epileptic brother to a rave and he started dancing on the floor. I like my bike, but the black guy liked it more.
Nice, dude. No. No, I've never heard of that channel. What the fuck? So the guy basically killed his brother.
I liked my bike, but the black guy liked it more.
I like my bike, but the black guy liked it more. The tower man played tall. If you hear any voices coming from my basement, please ignore.
They're all George Floyd parody accounts. That's all they are. Fucking George Floyd accounts.
I heard shut it once, now I wanna hear it more. Shut it. Minor is something Drake hates to ignore. Did he smell children's underwear and said he wanted more? Did he make kids go down on the floor? A Japanese plane has just been spotted near the Hawaiian shore. The voices are too loud, I can't ignore. I think I eat free food so I can tell people I get free food to the poor. This video will be reacted to by the movie.boy. Uncle taught me how to milk a cow like folding when I was 4. Shut it.
Jeez, man. It's the greatest thing ever. The way I stumbled across this was because Perry Chan actually used the forehead one for Ryan on Friday Night Tights, and I'd never heard of it until then. I'm looking for it now. The original forehead one. Where's it at? Is that it? I don't know where. Oh, here it is, right here. Here it is. Here it is, right here.
A sniper's dream, 100 megabytes of memory. He has me forehead, and after head goes straight vertical. No matter who he races, he gonna have a head start. From too low, from too low. Remembers what happened to Mo. His father stands on the second floor. Why can't you still see his forehead with the comments open? Shut it. Nice. He got a lot on his mind. He's been told to hold that thought all his life. Gross sweat tries before it reaches his eyes. He needs bangs. Ready freeze will cause an avalanche. I wonder what time zone his forehead's in. Depends on which way he is facing. Gross starts every sentence with I know. His hairline went from landscape to portrait Lloyd. His hair will stay in the previous reel. Gross imaginations in 4K Ultra HD. If you do an inch on his forehead, Kobe will survive.
Bro, so bad. Ooh.
His forehead says 6'5", but his eyes say 5'9". The most epic heroic song of all time. Bro's forehead has a national anthem. Bro knew this would happen.
So yeah, that's what that reminded me of. But at the end of the day, the internet is a brutal, brutal place. And it's unforgiving, and you have to just understand that. And as long as you do, you'll be okay. That's why Tuesday night's main event is essentially just what Tuesday night's main event has essentially become is it's 2 hours of us talking about video games and an hour and a half of the chat just roasting the living shit out of us with super chats. That's essentially what it is. And then occasionally we'll have an hour-long poop discussion for no reason. Dark Schwartz Rising, you created that entire discussion with your super chat, by the way. Good job, buddy. Okay? Good job. Betty Boop says, Pete Fund. Bird Up For 20 says, considering his comments about Japan, do you think 47 wants to work with the Japanese prime minister to change their constitution to, so they can rebuild their military and depend less on U.S. bases? Would be wildly controversial if true. I mean, I think that Trump wants all countries to depend less on America. So I think that that's the overall goal, but he also wants to have his allies too. When you have good relationships with different countries, then you want to maintain those. But yeah, I think that that's the general goal. But as long as you're not being disrespected, then I don't think Trump's going to get. Trump just doesn't want to be disrespected. That's really all he doesn't want. It's not Trump is not a complicated person from that perspective. Just don't disrespect him. Like, he just released a tweet with the president of Mexico, and I guess he's working with her. Why? Because she didn't disrespect him. Like, he's not that complicated of an individual from that perspective. If you disrespect him, he's going to completely disrespect you twice. It's bad. I mean, that's just who he is, and that's who he's always been. Wyoming Sasquatch says, hail the 18% of ladies anyone in Wyoming. Sound off. Let's see. I got that Richard Simmons earlier. M. June says, for 18%, we need shirtless Pete. You all got your wish, too. Look at there. Look at there. All the ladies got their wish. Look at that. The ladies spoke up tonight. Hail to the ladies of the snake pit. Samuel for 50 says, Dems have a cognitive dissonance. They called Trump a dictator, but demanded he ban guns in 2016. They said he was going to cause World War III then, but now he's spineless and bows to dictators. It doesn't matter what his position is. They will bitch and moan. They will. And that is the truth. But that's kind of the mindset of everything. So like I saw a clip. I don't know if I can play this clip. I did bookmark it. I thought this was very interesting because let's see here. This was a very interesting clip because there's a JD meme right there. This was a very interesting clip because I related to it. And it just kind of shows you how broken the media is, but also like a lot of like my critics are like this as well. I hope I can play this. This is Joe Rogan, all right? And he's talking about the mainstream media. And this is where they just don't get it, man. And I've been accused of this too. Me and my friends, like Friday Night Tights and my Geeks and Gamers crew and everybody I run with, the Fellowship, the 199, we have been accused of this by people as well, because people don't simply understand that when people are friends, they can just bullshit. And that's all it's about. Right here. Yeah. Just
it's like, I saw one CNN after the election, they were talking about us in specific, and they were talking about how there's this network of podcasts that are interconnected that has been financed, like this huge corporate finance network.
It's called
of
Black Rifle Coffee.
It's like, it's so stupid. No, it's actually just a bunch of friends, you fucking idiots. We just
that is it. Like, I have talked about this. Like, we are just a bunch of friends that talk shit and have fun, and that's all we are. And I've had people accuse us of being like some strategy where people say like we have all these especially the people, like a lot of the people that are on Reddit and a lot of the people that have like these Discord chats, and they say that we have these chat rooms where we're communicating. We have a chat room that we share links every week. That's about it. There's no like real discussions. Again, I've said 1,000 times, I don't have any conversations online that I won't have in front of the internet, because I think everything that I'm doing on the internet is being recorded or somebody screenshotting or whatever. Like, it's just whatever. But this whole new media, the rise of new media has perplexed so many people in the old guard, and they just don't understand it. And it's why they continue to fail over and over and over again. But this clip right here, I thought this was pretty funny, because when Joe Rogan said that, and I'm like, well, obviously Rogan's on a whole different level. You know what I mean? But hearing him and people are accusing him of that. And it's like, no, the reason people relate to Rogan is because he's just a normal dude.
happen to do each other's podcasts,
I mean,
but they're like trying to sort it out.
bro, it's
Like
so
they
funny when they
support
try to
each
solve the
other, they
problem.
go on each other's shows, and they're all in this together. Well, we need that on the left. Like, good luck.
Yeah,
You
that's
guys cancel each other if your fucking Ukraine flag is too small.
Yeah. 6 by 6.
Yeah, you fucking talk shit about each other for not having trans kids.
Yeah.
You guys are out of your mind. You're not gonna sync up together. You're in a suicide cult.
100%. And that's all I'm going to play because Rogan typically will hit you on stuff. His people will, which I understand. He's the biggest podcaster in the world. So he's got to protect his stuff. I get it. But it's very interesting, that dynamic. And it is the old guard just does not understand it, and they're never going to understand it. And yeah, you know, it is what it is. So they can continue to cry and whine and make fools of themselves all day long. And we'll just continue to be normal fucking people that have a bunch of friends and we talk a bunch of shit and we have fun and we don't really overthink it that much. Because to be fair, the most of the stuff that I get accused of, they're giving me way too much credit. Like they're making me sound like I'm a lot more like smart and more intelligent than I am. And I'm like, no, I'm just a random dude that just starts talking shit on the internet. And that's pretty much the gist of it. It's not that deep. It's not that interesting. There's no master plan here. You just have to be a normal person, and you need to treat people like they're normal. And that's one of the things that I learned as, from a YouTuber perspective is there's way too many YouTubers that they get, when they get big, whatever that is, and it's all relative, but they start to act like they're better than people. And the reality of it is the reason you make it on YouTube is because you're not better than anyone else. You're just like everyone else, and people want to support you from that perspective. But when you start acting like you're better than everybody else, that's where you start losing what made you popular in the first place. And so we shall see how that goes for everybody. But listen, I will share this for everybody because I think I can listen. We've got the ladies wanted the Pete Hegseth stuff. All right. The dudes, wanted the Sydney Sweeney stuff. Can we just bring both worlds together? I mean, how can everybody not appreciate this AI video? Okay. I mean, come on. There you go. All right. Come on. I mean, McDonald's, kittens, making McDonald's food. This is how you unite, okay? This is how you bring people together, okay? Like, who doesn't want that? It'd be better if it was dogs, to be fair, because dogs are better than cats. But it's still. And you know what's bad is AI. Listen, AI is terrifying. Hey, the internet, by the way, guys, just so you know, okay, internet, I've been exposed. It's over. You guys have found me out. Here it is. You guys found me out. Here it is. It's over. Oh, there it is. There it is. Exposed, ladies and gentlemen. Exposed. Some idiot on Reddit is going to use this and think that this is real. And they're like, we finally got him, boys. Well, if that's, again, that's what the internet wants to believe. Let's go for it. So yes, Jeremy exposed. It's completely over. It's done. And I can never recover. I can never recover from that right there. So I won't try. And since we're playing real videos, I have another real video for all of you right here. This would be a real confirmed video of Elon Musk. Oh, my bad. Hang on. That's actually not the real video. I actually have the real video. That is my bad. That is my bad. I just played fake news. That is 100% on me. I have the real video right here, ladies and gentlemen. Let me show you the real video. All right, here's the real video right here. Sorry about that. Here we go.
Booster now hovering as it aligns with the tower for catch.
Booster coming in. Down to that good.
Down to the
Young man, there's no need to feel down. I say, young man, pick yourself off the ground. I say, young man, cause you're in a new town. There's no need to be.
Oh, man. I did see there was some crazy stuff going on with SpaceX today. Looked like one of the rockets exploded, and it was absolutely crazy. Look at this shot. This is over the Bahamas. Look at that.
I saw that it just did. Like my phone was blowing up. I didn't know that it's.
Man, I want to be out there on that water right now. That's exactly where I'd like to be. But yeah, and Jay, even Drunk 3PO actually put up a let me see if I can find it. Yeah, Jay put the Autobots are coming right there. Look at that. That is crazy. That's wild, man. I think Jay made an edit. Let me see where his edit is. Here it is. Let's go. That's awesome. Makes me want to watch the first Michael Bay Transformers movie. I like the first one. It has problems, don't get me wrong, but I definitely I love that first Michael Bay Transformers movie. Let's see, 8 o'clock says Chatty Vance. Mr. Peckerwood says, if you think JD Vance memes are the craziest thing you've seen, you must have missed Project Eggroll's Coomcast last night. Well, I heard a rumor that you're going to see a little bit more from Project Eggroll on Geeks and Gamers. I heard a rumor. So you'll have to stay tuned for that one. G&G Play Highlights says, some of these remind me of Garbage Pail Kids. Yes, I remember the Garbage Pail Kids. Axel Jensen says, show the rare Kirsha on her, show the rare Kirsha meme on her page. I saw the Kirsha one. Yeah, that one was wild too. Modalicious, JD Vance's knife and gives JD Vance's knife and gives me a moto boner. The Orange Sea Lion says, forget shirtless Pete. We need Tennessee Orange Pete. Mahoney, I'm edging to Pete, no hobo. Good old Mahoney from the Police Academy movies. Force Geek says, SCOTUS should have to tell us why $2 billion sent to USAID. I mean, I don't disagree on that particular topic. I'd like to know too. But you're opening up a big can of worms that Democrats and mainstream media can, utilize. So just keep that in mind. Jeremy is gay for $1. Ryan says, let's see. Now do Rachel Levine wearing a shirt and a sweater and a coat and a hat and a mask. I have it on good authority that no one in this chat wants to see Rachel Levine, period. What's Rachel? What's dude's real name anyway? Is it Richard Levine? Is that Richard Levine, right? You guys never get eye candy, or us guys never get eye candy, says Shadow Saiyan. Poor Shadow Saiyan. Dark Schwartz Rising says, make a dating app, call it the Cobra Finder. Swiping right plays the I'm gonna come Trump soundbite. There's a lot of things I wish I could do if I had the money. One of these days, maybe. And since we're on that one, make sure, and Mod's going to be dropping links here in just a minute, but make sure you go over to metapc.com if it will play. Nope, it won't play
What
because
happened, dude?
StreamYards sucks right now. But MetaPC, all you're doing by giving Gavin Newsom a platform like that is you're going to allow him to manipulate and benefit more from it. But I mean, again, it's Charlie Kirk's platform, so who am I to tell him what to do? But I don't like the idea of that. But let's watch this really quick.
Well. It looks like someone is thirsty for a presidential run. California Governor Gavin Newsom is breaking with the left.
Oh, was it Charlie went on his? Is that what it was? I thought it was he went on Charlie's. Okay, so Charlie went on Newsom's. So that makes it even fucking worse. So
lunatics in his party, making common sense on men playing in women's sports while chatting with Charlie Kirk on his new podcast.
You right now should come out and be like, you know what? The young man who's about to win the state championship in the long jump in female sports, that shouldn't happen. You as the governor should step out and say no.
No, and I appreciate
but like, would you do something like that? Would you say no men in female sports?
Well, I think it's an issue of fairness. I completely agree with you on that. So that's easy to call out, the unfairness of that.
Okay, Jesse. What is
Newsom is the most disingenuous person in all of politics, and you can't believe anything this dude says. You can't believe a word that comes out of his mouth. Everything is a fucking lie. Everything is to gaslight. Every single word. I've never seen a more untrustworthy person than Gavin Newsom. And it does worry me though, that because he is a slick, like manipulative piece of shit.
behind Gavin Newsom's sudden shift on his opinion regarding men and women's
It has
sports?
nothing to do with running for president. I'm sure of it, Judge. I went to school with this kid who was a huge UNLV fan, wore a hat every single day. Remember running Rebels?
Oh, yeah.
1991, undefeated. They get to the
Stacey
championship game. That's right, Larry Johnson. And Duke beats them. Next day, kid comes in with the Duke hat. It was so blatantly obvious this guy's a front runner, and you get a little whiff of that from Newsom. Like, he's obviously trying to pivot here, but it doesn't have to be this blatant. But I have to say something.
Yes.
I like him.
You
I don't
have
want to like him.
Minecraft
I actually hate
installed.
that I like him, but I met him. I shouldn't have met him. Because when I met
This is
him,
what I'm
he
talking
was kind of
about.
funny. I made fun of him when he went to China and he was running over all those Chinese kids on the basketball court. He was chasing
Minecraft
after
installed.
the cranes and in that Beijing bobsled like a goofy little kid. And I mocked him, and then he laughed. And I was like, all right, well, this guy's kind of normal.
He demanded that you be fired. Do you remember that?
No, he did.
Yeah. He demanded you be fired. Did he laugh about that one too?
I forgot about that. He did, didn't he?
He called you an idiot.
He blamed me for Pelosi's husband getting his head knocked off.
Let's get past
I
that.
take everything back.
Go back to what you were saying.
Okay. All right, Dana, what is the evidence for his change in stance?
I mean, I think he obviously is going to try to change, but he is like a reptile, right?
I don't care if Dana Perino was part of the Bush administration. She has a great personality. I don't even care. I don't care. Fuck the Bush administration. But she has a great personality.
So he's just constantly like a chameleon. Okay, what do you want me to be this week? But he has a Kamala Harris problem. All of his positions are well known. And this is a guy who he attacked people who were trying to protect women in sports. He opened civil rights investigations into school boards and districts that passed parental notification laws preventing schools from hiding info from parents about their own kids.
I think she's married to like her husband's like 142 years old or some shit like that.
Maybe he'll disavow that now too, but I'm going to go on the record and say I do not believe, for as nice a guy as he might be and for as funny he might be, and Jesse might really like him, I've never had a chance to meet him. I'm sure we would get along great. I just do not think he will be the nominee for the Democrats in 2028.
Okay, Harold, what message does this send to the voters about the reliability and the stability of a progressive candidate, clearly for president, because he's not running in California again, when if he can change a key policy overnight? I mean, how does that make a solid candidate for president?
So I differ a little bit with you, Judge, on this. I think the real test of leadership, and by the way, when you had the UNLV hat on the came with the Duke hat. And where I come from, we call that a momentum trader. So he's coming back. He's coming back to where it's winning. I like the fact, Greg, you said when Newsom was going to do this, you thought it'd be good. You first said you didn't think it would be good. You thought it would be good because if he had people on, having Charlie Kirk on and having that conversation, back to your question, Judge, leadership is able to say, you know, I was wrong. And as long
Did he say he was wrong? Did he give a reason?
No, well, he said, and I haven't seen the whole podcast, and I'm not going to, but like he said shit like this right here. Like he said, this is manipulative shit that he does right here.
Monsters in my closet.
What time? What time's Charlie gonna be here? What time? And I'm like, dude, you're in school. He's 13. He's like, no. This morning, wakes up at 6 up. Then he's like, I'm coming. I'm like, Craig, he literally would not leave the house.
Did you let him take off school?
No, he did. Of course not. He's not here for a good reason. But the point is,
He canceled school for like 2 years. Once one day.
That was a good response. That was a good response from Charlie Kirk.
Is the point, which is you are making the damn dent.
Thank you. I'm kidding.
When you go to these college campuses, I love watching your TikTok, which is clearly that's expressed by my 13-year-old son.
I want to meet this guy.
Yeah, I actually
He's
am
coming to a Turning Point event this summer, Tampa, Florida, Student Action Summit.
I actually am by the way, if
You should be concerned.
But let me say, here is why I'm concerned, because you have expressed that I should be concerned as a Democrat. That we're getting clobbered.
Fuck.
That you figured something out.
It's not me. The president first deserves the credit.
But why? No, hold on. You were at this before Trump was Trump.
I know, but
he was a Democrat back in 2011
yeah, but
and 12.
the president deserves huge credit, and I just have to say that as an obligatory thing, because without him, our movement would be small, and you can appreciate that.
Oh, Newsom is Terry Silver. Whoa, that is a great connection. Newsom is 100% Terry Silver, 1000%. Yes.
Politics. You have to appreciate the person who is the catalyst.
For you, that's what you sort of attached an identity.
It was also
with
just the catalyst. It was a cultural moment that just opened us up.
Yeah, he's absolutely Terry Silver. That's a really, really
No,
good
you can do whatever you want. I don't care.
comparison right there.
Oh,
You're
he's
leading
just
the witness. Let me finish my answer. I'm saying, I didn't say this is total real. I'm saying real leadership says I was wrong about something and here's why. And they give the answer. What I was trying to say about education is in any issue, it doesn't matter what the issue is, if something is working and you didn't agree with it.
Are we talking about education or Gavin Newsom?
We're talking about Gavin. We're talking about it all. And he's talking about transgender athletes. He said he would not, which is a switch in position for him. If you're able to say, you know what? After thinking about it, after looking at the evidence, after watching it practically happen, I've changed my mind. I think that's what people want more in politics. We have a president who is your friend and who I consider a friend, who's changed his mind on things over the last 20 years. And you know what? He believes, and the voters of the country believe he's a better person and politician for it. If he comes around, if Gavin Newsom comes around on an issue that I agree with, you know what I say? Welcome to the crowd, brother.
But here's the issue. Your friend Dana Perino has said that there is no evidence to support the evolution or the change. Greg, give us your opinion.
A few people were making the comments about who was who in Cobra Kai. I mean, I don't know who is who per se, but this moment right here is all of us right here. John Kreese is all of us because this kid's shirt says the future is female.
Jesus
That is exactly how any man would view that. One more time. What's up, Gary? I see Gary in the chat right now. Oh, that's so good. So good.
This fucking mattress
Well,
is a
here's
piece
the
of
deal.
shit.
I think that Gavin Newsom realizes that the party's in trouble, and he realizes that it's cleaving. You have the Bill Maher Democrat.
He's doing the same thing that Stephen A. Smith is doing right now. I'm telling you, do not sleep on Stephen A. Smith being in the primaries in 2028. I'm telling you right now, Stephen A. Smith is positioning himself to distance from the far left, and that's exactly what Newsom is doing right now. But Newsom is the far left.
And the Joy Reid Democrat. They can no longer coexist, which is why he made this podcast play, and it feels like Club Random. He is trying to keep the men from completely disowning the party. You know, and he can't just say, "Hey, I'm different." He's got to show his evolution on the podcast. So he's bringing in all these conservatives to show that he's not like a three-eyed, 10-legged freak that you normally, you know, assume is a Democrat. Part of me now about his trans shift. Part of me says, you know, better late than never. Like what Harold's saying, don't argue with someone who is agreeing with you. He's finally agreeing with me, except he's still lying.
Right.
He said that the trans are a group prone to suicide because people don't accept them. There is absolutely no data on that. And it's a dangerous fact. In fact, the data shows dramatic increases in depression post-trans surgery. Why is that not surprising? Well, imagine all the attention you get, and it turns out, before you get the transition, and it turns out you regret it, all that attention goes away. So you become deeply, deeply depressed. Ask a detransitioner. So what's crazy about this and what's so wrong about what he said is, remember the story you were told. Doctors pressuring parents into surgery for their kids by asking this one question: would you rather have a dead son or a living daughter? That was a criminal question, a criminal lie. Every doctor who asked that question should be disbarred and perhaps charged with something, because that's the same lie that Gavin is pushing. You know, these kids are really, really depressed. No, they're not. You totally effed up their heads with this delusion.
Yep.
Anyway. Very well said, Greg.
Thank you.
All right.
You
so
put
the
your feet
evidence
at
is
the
against
top.
you.
Well,
or
I
the
mean, right
bottom.
now, Gavin Newsom is manipulating conservatives right now, and they're doing his bidding. They're doing his bidding. And Charlie Kirk going on there, it normalizes him, and that's what he wants. The proof is in the pudding. We know what Gavin Newsom is capable of because we've seen him do it, and you know, I'm sure that it's going to continue. And that's not a good thing for anybody. But yeah, 2028, Newsom and Stephen A. Smith are the early front runners for me for the Democratic primaries. And you could see a Newsom Smith ticket. I'm just telling you right now, keep your eye on that. Stephen A. Smith is playing his cards very, very good right now. I'm sure you guys saw it, but you know, he was on with The View and he put them in their place, and that went viral and everybody freaked out over it. And because I mean, this is the type of mindset that's going to connect with people right here. This is it.
6 weeks. Seems like 6 years, doesn't it? And he's been going around with his cronies touting his so-called landslide and blowout win. But he won the popular vote by 1.5%, one of the smallest ever. And he won the general election by less than 50%. So what kind of mandate is this really?
Well, it is a mandate, and I'm going to explain why. And I don't mind the question, but let me be very clear. I'm no supporter of Trump. I'm a supporter of truth and the facts. And here's the facts. The man won every swing state. He increased in terms of his voter turnout in his favor from the standpoint of blacks, Latinos, and young voters. He increased his numbers in that regard from 2020. 89% of the counties shifted to the right. That's a mandate. We can sit up there and play around all we want to. In 2020, Trump didn't win the popular vote. He didn't win the electoral college.
Well, he actually did, but you know.
College vote. A matter of fact, the Republicans hadn't won the popular vote, if I remember correctly, since 2004. But they did this year. So 20 years after they last won the popular vote, they won the popular vote. They won the electoral college vote. The man won every swing state. And on top of it, 89% of the counties shifted against. I don't understand how people can look at that and say, there's no mandate. There's a mandate.
What's a different definition of a mandate, I guess?
But the problem is that if you're the Democratic Party and you lost 49.8% to 48.3%, and you're looking at that 1.5% dip, that's an excuse for you to say, what we did really wasn't that bad.
Some people didn't
We
show
should
up.
continue to do that. No, don't continue to do that. Find a new strategy.
And Stephen A. just got I think like $100 million contract from ESPN. And the reason I bring that up is Stephen A. Smith is a politician. He is 100% a politician, and like right here. So right there, Stephen A. Smith is now the second highest paid person in all of sports broadcasting, second only to the GOAT, Tom Brady. Look at the people on this list. Tom Brady, for the legend Tom Brady, Tony Romo, who's probably the best, color commentary guy in football. You've got Shaq, who's a legend, and of course Tony Romo's a former NFL football player. And you've got Charles Barkley. Oh, sorry, wait, Stephen A's third. So Stephen A's third. I was looking at it from columns instead of across. So Stephen A is third to Charles freaking Barkley, who's a freaking legend in the NBA, and he's one of the most entertaining people on TV. So he has that career that goes with it. And then Troy Aikman, who I still don't know how Troy Aikman, how's Troy Aikman still, like, Troy Aikman sucks. All right. He sucks. But regardless of that, Pat McAfee's up there, and Stephen A has politically maneuvered himself. Now, here's the thing about Stephen A. He doesn't know shit about sports. I've been watching him for a long time. All right. He doesn't know anything about sports. And he's managed to make himself the third most highest paid person in all of sports broadcasting with no career to support it, no professional sports career. He doesn't know, he knows old school basketball. This man talks about football all the time and knows nothing about it, knows absolutely nothing about it. I watched him for years. I don't watch him anymore, but I've watched him for years. He knows nothing about sports outside of, he knows the NBA. Years ago, they put him on UFC, and even Joe Rogan roasted the living hell out of him because Stephen A was trying to talk about UFC. The problem was you can't fake, he couldn't fake his way through UFC because Joe Rogan was there. And he made a fool of himself trying to talk about UFC. And Joe Rogan was like, this guy doesn't know what the fuck he's talking about. And he had to call him out on it. My point being is, though, that's exactly what type of politician he's going to be. He's a great talker, and he's great at making you think he knows what he's talking about. He's a phenomenal speaker, and he's phenomenal at articulating himself. But in reality, he doesn't know anything about what he's talking about. So anyway, like Obama. Obama's not a great speaker. Obama's a great scripted speaker. When there is no cue card right in front of Obama, he's very average talking. But when it's a scripted situation and he controls the environment, Obama's as good as anybody I've ever seen from that perspective. He is phenomenal when he's given a script and he controls the environment. He's magic. Absolutely phenomenal. Maybe the best I've ever seen. And that's not even like hyperbole. Like, he is incredible. And that's what won him the election, was his ability to have scripted speeches and controlled environments. He's as good as I've ever seen. He's absolutely phenomenal at that. Let's see. Modalicious says JD Vance. Let's see. I got that one. Mandalore says Anna Luna is hotter than Sydney Sweeney. Yes, she is. But that doesn't mean Sydney Sweeney's not hot. Earlier, you said Sydney Sweeney's not hot. Anna Paulina Luna is hotter, but that doesn't mean that Sydney Sweeney's not hot, because she is hot. NDI says, no, we've seen the meetups. Fentanyl Floyd says, any ladies looking for... Fuck. Oh. NDI says 23 from Arizona, looking for conservative Christian gal. Force Geek says, what's up, ladies? 20% hot. You all look beautiful. Dark Red Knight. Dark Red Knight says, Slodo. Man. That is them, though. That's the Democrats. Think about that. Put that into perspective. Unbelievable. Oh, it makes me so mad, dude. Black Cane. Let's see. There was one other clip that I wanted to. Is this it right here? Okay, right here. Scott Jennings on CNN right here. Here we go.
I think this whole revolution of common sense idea that Trump is pushing, this is the issue that maybe people associate with it the most. Because if there ever was an 80-20 or a 90-10 issue in America, it's this one. I mean, President Trump had the young athlete at the State of the Union the other night who'd been really injured in a volleyball game over it. I saw people posting video of that horrific injury, and I still saw liberals on social media laughing at this person's misfortune. And so I think the Democratic Party is torn up about it, but the American people aren't. Trump used it to political advantage, but then they expected him to do something about it, which he has done. If Democrats don't get on the right side of at least one 80-20 issue in America, they're going to lose again in 28.
You know,
I think this whole revolution of
true.
common sense.
It's 100% true. They're going to lose big time at this rate. But I can go ahead and guarantee, President Trump, if you or your team is listening, I can guarantee you victory for 2028 and beyond if you sign an executive order for this right here. Okay? Sign an executive order that if you're in the left lane, you have to get the fuck out of the way for faster traffic.
These fucking stupid, selfish, ignorant, delusional drivers are fucking up the highways. Slow left lane drivers don't put shopping carts back and don't hold doors open, and they get out of their car at bank ATMs and they leave shitty tips in restaurants. Slow left lane drivers are fucking up this country. Listen up, you turd gobblers. Get the fuck out of the left lane right now! What the hell is wrong with you? What the hell are you thinking? If you're in the left lane going the same speed or slower than the middle or right lane, then get the fuck out of that lane! If you're driving the same speed as the right lane and it's only a 2-lane highway, then get the fuck out of that left lane again! You pieces of shit are blocking the entire highway when you do that.
I thank you, Eric, because you're the one that tagged me in that. But I am just telling you right now, you are not prepared to be in my truck with me or my car with me when I'm driving. You're not, okay? Because I say words that you have never heard. I call people names that you have never heard. Okay, I will offend anybody and everybody with the shit that I say. I cannot repeat anything that I say when I'm driving. And if you're in the left lane and you're slowing me down, oh goodness, it drives me crazy. Oh my goodness, pisses me off, man. So anyway, but I know I know most of you relate to that too, because there's like slow drivers are the worst human beings on the planet. They truly are. And maybe one of these days, when I retire from streaming, I'll tell you exactly what I think should happen to all of them, regardless of race, religion, or sexual orientation. I have universal views on anyone that drives in the left lane and slows me down. God, I fucking hate them. But anyway, going to leave that one alone. I'm already getting worked up right now just thinking about it, so I'm just going to leave that one alone. But yeah, if Trump would just sign an executive order on that, you win forever. You would never ever have to worry about another election. That and taxes. Also, can we just hire this guy right here? Can we just hire this guy to take care of all problems in the world? Okay, I'm going to tell you right now, I can't do what this man did, okay? I can't do it.
You wanted him, bitch? Is that who you really wanted? You sure about that?
Dun, 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 dun. There he is, bitch.
Bro. Holy shit, man. That is some Chad level energy that I have. Wow. Insane. Unbelievable. Is that your cousin? No, but this is similar, okay? This is showing you Trump's level of focus and his level of awareness, okay? As was taught in Batman Begins, mind your surroundings. Watch Nancy Mace. Nancy Mace tried it, and Donald Trump defeated it right here, okay? This is amazing. Watch Nancy Mace here in the white, okay? Hang on. Watch her in the white. Watch Trump, okay? Actually, let's slow this down. We're going to break this down, okay? Let's go to half speed. All right, here we go. Here we go. Watch this. Okay, now watch Nancy Mace. And boom. Look at that. What an absolute giga Chad. Boom. Grab her. He stopped it immediately. One more time, man. There's an art, all right? This is the art of the deal right here. And she tries it, and boom. Oh, it's great. That was funny as hell. So I just had to show off that one really quick. Got that one. D what? America for Life says, great stream, Jeremy. I want to address that there's an upcoming Wisconsin Supreme Court and MAGA must vote. Brad, is it Schmiel? Got thread on my X account. All right, there you go. So everybody take a look at this. Take a look at this. Let's see. Turtleneck McConnell advised ACB. Noble Spitfire 450. Any young, vibrant Cobra ladies in California asking for a friend? I hate it here. Help. There you go. See, we're making miracles happen. All right. We're making miracles happen here. All right. I would say, and all bullshit, no bullshit, and like use Discord. Go, if you guys want to, hook up in the snake pit on Discord, go for it. I'm fine with that. I don't give a shit. Veronit says slow left lane drivers are Kamala supporters. Yes. Let's go. 100% all day. John Papa Sergio says the Democrats not applauding DJ just exposed the party of propaganda machine they are. Warren had no problem applauding more war. This is true. Ministry of Wrong Things says, so what's next after the Supreme Court ruling? We have to fund U.S. aid again, like nothing happened. They have till Monday, from what I understand, to pay back that $2 billion, which is just insane. And ACB is just, she's a disaster. And this is on her. She could have turned that around. Regarding ACB, never trust a woman who keeps her maiden name. Let's see. AFC says maybe you could start snakepitsingles.com. Mod Eric says, what's worse, seeing Trudeau or Jeremy? Jeremy might not be quite as bad. Just goes to show how bad baby Castro is. And I think we're at the end, ladies and gentlemen. Let me see if my video clip is going to play. And can you hear me? There we go. Okay. So mods have dropped links, but Meta PC is a big supporter of
This can't be real. This weight loss doctor is going viral.
That's how the skinny people of the world are skinny. It's called the gut center.
How people in 1930 lost weight.
Cereal. No human being had a bowl of dry breakfast cereal prior to 1906. Cereal was an
campaign promises to the nation. And so anybody that fumbles that, anybody that turns out to flop that entirely miserably is a reflection on Donald Trump. And so it's looking like Pam Bondi's totally flopping this. I mean, I don't know if she's got something in the works. She might. And if she comes out and we see mass arrests, okay, I'll believe it when I see it. And I'll give her that credit when it happens. But she has totally flopped this. And she was on Mark Levin over the weekend. And she gave us an update. It was like Saturday, I think. Saturday or Sunday. We got an update from Pam Bondi. And all we got, I don't know. I can't tell if it's a gaslight. I really can't. Right? She's obviously a Zionist. There's obviously deep connections between Jeffrey Epstein and his connections with the Mossad in the state of Israel. And so you got to question that, particularly as to why she may be withholding or claiming that the New York FBI is withholding the actual extent of the documents. But Pam Bondi is an establishment figure. She supported Jeb Bush in 2016. So there's that. And not accusing her of anything, but it's just very suspect. We talked about this on Thursday. I broke it all down for you guys with this clown show with these influencers at the White House. Absolutely embarrassing. It literally looks like a DEI operation. It literally looks like a DEI operation. Just a total mess. All the influencers and reporters just having their credibility questioned up and down. I mean, I'm not going to go over it all over again. If you want to hear my takes on all of that, rewatch last week's episode on Thursday. Just absolute circus. Absolute circus. And apparently Pam Bondi orchestrated all of the binders that were given to the reporters. She orchestrated all the binders that went to the influencers and the reporters. And they walk right out the White House and have a photo video up. Look at me with my binder. Sports reporters got the Epstein files. Well, they were trying to make it look like they were the Epstein files. Total nothing burgers. All these people clearly look embarrassed all over the internet. Some of these people, my friends, I like them. Some people I don't like. They're grifters, clearly grifters. You can tell can you tell by now who the grifters are? Okay, can you tell? Is it clear now? Is it clear? So, the entire nation has been asking for an update from Pam Bondi because she had her little brigade of influencers running damage control all day last Thursday. And she caught a bit of a break because the news cycle got absolutely saturated with President Trump and J.D. Vance just suplexing Ukraine President Vladimir Zelensky. Absolute suplex. It's hilarious to watch, by the way. And watch the reaction from that is so cringe. This stuff is getting out. Doesn't this stuff feel outdated at this point? You got Robert De Niro at the Oscars walking up and saying, it's no longer down with Trump. It's F Trump. It's like, and the whole auditorium goes wild. All of these Ukraine first freaks up and down the internet, social media, posting their flags, saying Trump is dangerous. He's a dictator. But Zelensky's literally mouthing off